Go, bitch, yo, welcome to my club. We're gonna take you to the 666 clubhouse. We got a plot for you already dug out. I'm gonna run outside, man, and pop these things. Wanna come play.
Ford arriving earlier this afternoon, primed and ready to go. We are in East Rutherford, New Jersey, the home of the Nets, for an Eastern versus Western Conference matchup right here. 2K Sports presents our NBA broadcast. So glad you can be with us.
He's going up against Kobe Bryant, multi-time NBA Finals MVP, multi-time All-Star, a guy who gets it done at both ends of the floor. You want to try to make Kobe Bryant work if you can, but that's easier said than done.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Artest and Powell in the forward slots. Fisher and Kobe man the backcourt, and Bynum. And for the Nets, and Derek Favors are the forwards. Then it's Terrence Williams, then it's Devin Harris, and Ford. The Nets this season moved to the beautiful Prudential Center here in downtown Newark.
Yeah, what a building, and they'll play here for a couple of years until their new arena in Brooklyn is built. Part of a larger development involving retail and apartments. Now, can they put the wins behind that?
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Avery Johnson gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. They're about to get their first taste of the Los Angeles Lakers this season, and of course his focus shifted to how they plan to handle the potent twosome of Kobe Bryant and Pau Gasol. He said the best we can do is hope to take one of them out of the game because you're never going to take both of them out. The dilemma for them now is which one they go after. We'll find out.
The Nets be a little better on the court.
Interesting note about Andrew Bynum. He's the youngest player ever drafted into the NBA at 17 years of age, but a guy who's really played well for the Lakers.
Yeah, he has. He could be a dominant. Know how the dynamics of a team change when you change personnel.
Right.
So clearly it was something that was going to be a work in progress. It remained to be seen, but I think the play of the Lakers in the postseason kind of answered that. Ron brought an element of toughness and physicality. Now, he can be a little wayward. And a little bit of he can be a little wayward with some of his decisions, but typically he overcomes that with his effort and his tenacity and his versatility. I think and his teammates felt that this would be a good added piece, and so far that's proven to be true. They'll allow him to get that off all day.
Here's Artest.
Whoa! And look at how he posed on.
And with Andrew Bynum, knee injuries have been an issue.
Well, a lot of times with big guys, you know, knee problems are part of what they have to deal with, and hopefully he can get it behind him at some point.
Harris outside. Ford. Kept alive.
That's what.
Back to Gasol. Leads him with the pass. Goes up. And Kobe the bucket with.
Well, it's clear they've got the advantage on the boards in this one, Kevin.
Harris kicks to Ford. Back to Harris. Over Odom. And the basket by Harris. Harris has got his second basket of the game. Here's Fisher. 101 left in the half. Kobe against Ford. And Kobe. Fades away. Again, the miss by Kobe.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
That'll do it for the first half. Here's Fisher. You know, one of the stories last season, Clark, in the playoffs for the Lakers was after that early scare to the Thunder of Oklahoma City in the first round, the Lakers really turned it up in the playoffs. In fact, it was that Game 5 they kind of rebooted. They kind of found themselves.
Yeah, they certainly did. Sometimes you have to have your back against the wall. You've got to go through that crucible of almost losing an important game in the playoffs to be able to get your second win and gain that extra weight wave of confidence, and that's kind of what happened with the Lakers. I mean, anytime you face a team like the Thunder that has the leading scorer in the league in Kevin Durant, you know it's not going to be easy, and the Lakers saw that to be true, and yet they were able to work through that.
Thunder had those young legs. Let's swing it over to Doris Burke.
Kevin, the Lakers are the defending champs 2 years running now, and Lamar Odom said, you have to understand you are now the target.
Lakers searching for that first bucket here in the third. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
And they had chances at the line. They couldn't execute well enough. And you're giving up
some rebound.
Kevin, they've got the edge here in rebounding. They're doing a good job of blocking out and then pursuing the basketball. That's good fundamental action.
Here's Lopez, and he dunks that one
for him. He needs to do a better job of knowing where the defense is.
Here's Kobe. That three.
Here, they'll want to hold for one shot.
Here's Harris, and he can't manage to get up a decent shot on the foul. 2 free throws coming up. Lamar Odom picks one up.
They've made all of their free throws in this half. And that's what you've got to do. I mean, you've got to make a team pay when they send you to the line. The way you do that is by cashing in from the charity strike. Knock down those free throws.
So he comes up empty, missing both. Favors. And nothing is falling for him right now. Well, it's been an exciting game as we finish the third. Nets leading by 6. 4. He's in at point guard. Favors is out there with Murphy.
Possession game.
From the right block. And Kobe the bucket with the... Here's Fisher. To tie it up. The shot is off. And the Nets now go the other way. They've led by as much as 10.
That's a nice finish in transition, partner. That's exactly how you run the break.
And the Lakers have possession. Trailing by 5. Outside Artest. Poked away.
Very, very sloppy. I mean, you have to thread the needle when you pass it inside. That one wasn't close.
Thank you, Doris. So both teams changing it up here. Four on the shot clock. Gasol backing down. Scooped up. And he lays that one up and in. Automatic.
You can't let them get that close to the hoop if you're the defense. Come on.
Lakers trailed by 7. Now Fisher. Shoots it. Kobe, no good.
You can simply tell, Kevin, I mean, they want the ball more right now.
Harris passes to 4. Another one falls for New Jersey. Timeout called the Lakers.
Team doesn't need that mistake. You got to be efficient.
Artest kicks to Bryant. That doesn't go in either for Kobe. And the Nets with possession. 11-point game. Ford with the ball. Here's Favors. Banks it home. And the Nets lead by 13.
Solid double-digit lead. Looks like now they'll just coast to the finish line.
Right side, Kobe. From deep. Again, the miss by Kobe. And so it's New Jersey easily grabbing this one. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
Thanks for joining us for this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. For Doris Burke and the whole crew and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time. But first, let's check out the Jordan Brand player of the game.
Lay him on the floor like a mattress. Young bass died in the living Olympics. Stay fucking bitches. Got the chopsticks with extension. Hoes on my dick cause I look like Madlock. Bitch kiss my ring, your baby daddy is a mascot. Hoes on my dick cause I'm white like Astaroth. Bitches on my dick cause my rim chop like applesauce. Fuck what it's costing, flossing, bossing. 6 pinky rings and your bitch wanna toss it. Ride with no mask on, that pussy take that hanky paint. Boy talk that fire that I'ma hit him with the laser. Grant her as my hoe, she suck my dick then I raced her. 10 carats on my ring, I got that folk with the plater. Hoes up my dick cause I'm finna be a baby. Your bitch kiss my ass and I ain't fucking with them haters. Face suck my dick, hoe. You don't wanna try me, get your ass robbed. Fucking with this pretty bitch. Face got hoes on.
Kobe lit you guys up out there tonight. Did the team try to do anything specific to shut him down? How do you react to a player that's on a roll like that?
Look, sometimes a player is just going to have a great night, and tonight was one of those nights for Kobe. You can try to shut him down all you want, but when he brings his A game, you're just a bystander to his act. We was throwing all kinds of different looks at him, but you saw what happened. It didn't matter. Not much else you can do, really.